Name is Roddy. You already know my name. So where are my homies at? This is weekend. As I promised you guys I was gonna go live. So I'm out here once again. Where are my homies at? Well, where are you guys watching from? Didn't you go home for Christmas, end of the year? Then let me tell you what. So I've got stories to share. Let me tell you guys what. Something. Ophelia Van, how are you doing? Good to see you. Victor is here. Okay, Victor, welcome. Where are other guys? Where are other homies, man? I did not actually plan to go live. I was so tired. So, man, I said I promised some guys I was going to go live. Ophelia, you see, I keep my promise. You know, I don't fail when I promise I'm going to go live. Here I am now. I want to see a lot of people join us before we get the party started because ain't nobody gonna stop the party tonight. Ain't nobody gonna stop the party. Bam, 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 bam. So guys, how many are we? Man, because in the morning I didn't see much of my US-based fans. I don't know. Okorie Chidebere Sunday, I see you. I'm looking good. Thank you so much, man. You see life now. You mean I'm looking good, man. Thank you so much. That's a good encouragement. It's a nice word, warm words. I appreciate you. How many are we now? Where are my TikTokers now? Where are my TikTok? Man, where are my TikTokers? Join me, let's go. Let's go. We've got a lot to discuss. Man, my handies are charged, my telephones are charged. Only the one on YouTube, but I'm ready, I'm prepared. I have my charger here. Shukwu Emeka. I have so many people are answering Shukwu Emeka in my family. How many people? 2 people or 3 people are answering Shukwu Emeka in my family. So, where are my people? Nobody's, it is 11:48 in South Africa. Ndwandwe. I love that name, Ndwandwe. That is typical African name. Ndwandwe, watching from I have a lot of South African fans, many. I have a lot of South African fans, I must tell you. Who is this person that is calling me? Ace, don't call this my phone again. 12:50 in Uganda. How do you mean? Is it 4 tag in the morning or AM or PM? AM. So it's already night in Uganda, man. So Uganda is far from us. Now, Kings, you are from Cape Town. I've never been to South Africa, but I have a lot of South African fans. Many South African fans. Iron Man, I see you big time. Iron Man, very strong. Ndwendwe, you admire my advices. I appreciate you. So many people. That's why you see a lot of people are following this page. People that have known this page. You see how many people that are. If you know how many people that have benefited from this page is a lifesaver. But this evening it's gonna be hot. Somebody came here to talk about English. Who is this ignorant fellow? Who came here to talk about English or no English? Somebody came here now and said 10:50 p.m. from Italy. Okay. Akajo for one, I see you. So many African people are suffering from slave mentality. Somebody came to talk about English. Now, do you want me to start with you guys? Let me give you a brief story now. Yesterday, a short story. Yesterday, I had a conversation with my friend. While we were talking, why? Let me block this person. Now, this is the same person that was here. Let me block this person. Okay? I blocked him. Yes. This was the same person that started when I created my page. The same hater. He is still at 15 followers on TikTok. He has no profile picture. This person, when I was at 1,000 followers, he has about 15 followers. This person came to my program, always say, you cannot speak English, this person. And he says he lives in UK and he's a professor. You are a professor. I've already blocked him because this is my office. He said he's a professor, but he was unable to use his English language. He was unable to gather followers, to teach people. Are you getting me now? This man comes to listen to me. At the same time, undermine my efforts. Tell me that my English, that he's living in UK. Now let me tell you guys a story. So many Africans traveled to USA, to United Kingdom because of white man's native language. Listen to me very well. There was a guy that lived here with us, in this city. There was a guy that lived here with us. See, do not follow people. Don't relocate, because I've said it many times here. Do not follow other people's footsteps. One man, this guy, he was living here. Things were going well with him. Because he had or saw other people relocate to UK. This man carried his load, or you call it luggages, and relocated to United Kingdom. That was around 2001. Immediately the guy got documents. He relocated to United Kingdom. Now, one of my homie went there this year, went to United Kingdom on a visit. He went there to visit him. Went there, saw him living in one room with his wife. They are living in Wohngemeinschaft. You know what is Wohngemeinschaft? Where three people are sharing one flat. Each person has his own room, but they share the sitting room together. Do you understand me? This man is living in one room with his wife. This is what most people living in London. No, one person cannot afford to pay for a flat because it is so expensive. But this is not even the reason for this story. If you travel to here or many other African countries, if you don't speak English or English, so what is this now? What's going on? Because I'm talking about life in UK, how people live. What's going on? Okay, now it's back. Now it's back. So, as I was having conversation with this my homie yesterday, he told me that guy who relocated to United Kingdom achieved nothing in his life. Even no wife, no child, no money, no investments back home, nothing. All what he has got in his is British English. You see African mentality. Is English language, I'm asking you now. Let me tell you, English language is not a criteria to measure intelligence. Did you hear me? English language is not a tool you use to measure intelligence. There are so many Americans, British people, they are poor, hopeless, homeless. See, there are so many people, they speak fluent English, but they cannot create, they have no creative mind. English language is just another people's language, native language. I wonder, it is shameful. Why? How? Shameful. How some African people undermine other people's effort, ability, intelligence, because that person cannot speak a white man's language. It's a shame. It is a shame. Chinese people, see, most of the countries you run to, do they speak English? Germans, Austrians, Italians, Spanish, Japanese, South Korea, China, Taiwan, black people. You see why Africa will continue to remain backward. You see why Africa will continue to remain backward. That slave mentality cannot be washed. I'm very jealous. The only race that fights each other, the only race that fights each other is black people. Only black people. I posted a comment. I posted a video that went viral. Listen. I posted a video that went viral. Listen. I posted a video. That video has 1.4 million on Facebook. Yes. That my video has you can go check it. 1.4 million on Facebook. Not up to 1 week. And the same video has close to 800,000 views on TikTok. There was a video I posted online. A Nigerian man, a grown man, listen to me. A grown man said, as he watched the video, the first few minutes he watched the video, he wasn't happy with my spoken English. He wanted to stop the video because of my spoken English, because he wasn't happy. And the man himself cannot even speak English very well, cannot write. Instead of saying he wasn't impressed with my English, that's the right word. Let me teach him, because I was the best English student. I was to be the general school prefect when I was in class 4. I had 97%. Now this ignorant fellow came to he said he wasn't happy with my spoken English. The first 2 minutes, he watched my video. I went to his profile, Facebook profile. I listened to him. The guy that is it. Nobody. I told him, I said, listen, you suffer from slave mentality. You are a slave. He said the video, he later got my point and reasoned with me. But in the beginning, he wasn't happy with my spoken English. An African grown man, a father. He's not talking about his native language. He's talking about a white, you see the problem of African people. He's talking about a white man's language. He now judges me with a language they taught him in school. Not his native language. A language they taught him in school. Borrowed language. man's language. Today. So he went, now check it. Professor, English speaking like UK states, wretched and homeless. English doesn't put money on it, put food on the table. What will put food on your table is hard work, intelligence, natural wit, and creative mind. Are you intelligent? Do you have creative mind? Can you create? That is what will put food on your table, not be English language. Let's go, guys. You get the gist now. Okay, if you say you can speak, use your English and make movies. If you are president, your former president, can they speak English? Many of them don't even have certificates. Many of them do not have certificates. Some even attended, some even stopped at even elementary standard 6 school certificates. They did not provide. They did not provide. How many graduates do you have? How many graduates have ruled you in your country? You get mad to talk. How many graduates have ruled you in your country? You get mad to talk. Now let's go. When you know then, I live in Israel. English did not help me. English language did not make me who I am. Here we speak German language. English language did not help me. It has begun to learn that I began to learn English once again. Let's go. Let's address the topic for this evening. Clinton, I see you time. I see you, bro. So, guys, you're welcome. Ophelia, you are welcome. So let me, before I go further, because there are so many things to talk about. Before I go further, before I address the main topic, I want to address the issue I came out for. Yes, which is my sister said she has fallen victim of bad men who came, used her, and dumped her. Are you getting the point now? One of my sister, a co-follower of this page. If you are a woman, fall in here. You are a woman, fall in here so that you hear me speak. So one of my co-followers said she has fallen victim of men who came into her life, who came in her life, used her, and dumped her. This is why we are here. If you are a woman and they have used you and dumped you, don't move away and hear me. And this evening, I'm going to be hard. Do you understand me? I'm going to speak the truth. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. So that you can learn. And that is why you are here. Now, if a man used you and dumped you the first time, I wouldn't blame you. Listen attentively. I will not turn any blame on you. Listen, Ophelia, hear me speak. You said you are heartbroken, but listen to me. Listen to me. I'm going to talk to you as a sister now. If a man used you one time and dumped you, I wouldn't blame you. But if another man comes to use you this time and dump you, I will blame you. If the third man comes to use you, dump you, I will blame you. Let's go further. Now again, you as a woman, if a man came into your life, deceived you, impregnated you, and you gave birth to a baby, you delivered the baby the first time, we may call it a mistake. A man came, deceived you, got you pregnant, and you delivered a baby. I don't use that word, unwanted baby, because all babies are humans, and I cannot say unwanted. And you delivered a baby. I'm not going to blame you the first time. You are not married. The man came, deceived you, used maybe British English, because this is what is British English. Now used you and dumped you. One had no day. Now when it happens the second time, another man came, they did you again, got you pregnant, and you gave birth to the second child without being married, without this man taking responsibility, without anything. Even you spent money on them. You are to be blamed, my sister. Maybe you have nobody to guide you, but I'm here to guide you and all the women that are following this page. You are to be blamed. If it happens the first time, no blame. Because we are supposed to learn from our mistakes, our past mistakes. That is why we make mistakes. We are human and we can make mistakes. And when you make a mistake, you learn from that mistake. Then, I have seen women, a man came into their life, deceived them first time, got suffered to raise that child alone. They carried that child alone, babysat that child alone for years. After nursing their wound, you see another man come again, tell them stories, and they fall victim to the second man. And the second man will deceive them again and get them pregnant. 2 children with 2 different fathers, from 2 different fathers. 2 children from 2 different fathers. Again, there are some women that have 3 children from 3 different fathers. Some 4 children, 4 different fathers. See, I don't blame those men. You allowed yourself to be used. This is me giving it to you raw. I don't sugarcoat issues. You allowed yourself to be used by this man. You made yourself sheep. Yes. You made yourself sheep. See, let me tell you. If somebody should come to scam me the first time somebody came online and tell me stories and scam me, well, I may fall victim because I was inexperienced. First time. The person can do away with my money, can scam me of my money. First time, probably. But if now, if the second person should come, what's going on with this internet? What's the problem? Guys, are you listening to me? Now let's go further. If you are listening to me, please make a comment. I know there are some people that are new on this page. If you are listening to me, okay, you are hearing me, okay, good. See, I will continue with this topic. Now, the title of tonight's broadcast is Cut Them Off. Cut them off. Listen, this program is for men. So many people, I have been used. The thing is, somebody like me realized that I was used by some people. There are people who don't know that they are being used now. Listen attentively. Some people are being used now, but do not know. Don't allow anybody to use you and dump you. That is why you are here. We are here to wake you up. Are you listening to me? We are here to wake you up. The title of this broadcast is Cut Them Off. And that is what you've got to do. Now listen. There are people that are not productive, naturally unproductive. Fruits. Listen to me. Now, I'm going to give it to you raw this night. Anybody you have around you who constantly borrows money from you, a constant borrower, anybody you know, since you've known this person, he always come or she always comes to borrow money from you, to ask you for money. Cut that person off. Or these people will ruin you financially. This night, listen, I'm in the mood to talk. I'm in the mood to run my normal program. Let me tell you guys my experience in life. I share it with you. They say, as it was in the beginning, so it is now, and so shall it remain forever. Michele Galoni, I see you, Galeone. See, I know a man. From the first day I came to know this man, till this minute I'm making this video, I did not benefit 1 cent from this man. Listen to me. I did not benefit 1 cent from this man. But this particular man, we don't call names, every time, since I know him, it was only, nah, do you have so amount of money? Do you have so amount of money? 50 euro, 30 euro, 400 euro, every time, borrow me money. And this money, he cannot pay you back. And he's just after to take from you. Listen to me. There are people like that. They go to somebody they would consider weak, somebody that they can borrow something from, take from. I'm telling you, maybe this is, you may have fallen victim of such people, or somebody is using you now, but you don't know that somebody is using you. I want to wake you up. So, after many years, more than 20-something years, this person did not change. Anytime the person has contact with me, the next thing is, borrow me money, or borrow me money every time. Listen to me. Anybody you have around you that takes from you, that is not adding in your life, distance yourself from that person. I'm telling you, if not, they will drain your pockets. I will tell you guys more stories. Whether be the person a man or a woman, a cousin, whether the person is your blood relative. Gene, I see you. Anybody you see that, see, let me share a story with you before I go further. An old woman living in the village who had no water in her home. She only relies on stream water. That is, she has to trek some kilometers away from her home to go fetch water that she would use to cook, wash plates, and wash her clothes. Listen attentively. This woman is good-hearted woman. Listen. So this woman went to the stream one fateful day to go fetch water from the stream. Listen. I told you guys, don't always be kind to people. Yes, I said it. Listen to this story. So this elderly woman went to the stream to go fetch water for her own use. She carried her bucket, went to the stream, fetched water. On her way home, or on her way back home, you see her friends, acquaintances, people, neighbors, saw her coming back from the stream. Her, Mama, can you please give me a cup of water? She would stoop low, bend down, and they would take a cup or a bowl of water. After walking a short distance, another of her friend would ask her, you went to the stream, man, let me have a cup of water. She would bend down and they would take a cup of water. This woman was so kind that she did not have the ability to say no. She wanted to please friends and everybody that asked her to help them with water. So by the time the woman satisfied all the people that made the request, by the time she went home, her bucket was empty. By the time the woman reached home, her bucket became empty. The story is she pleased other people and displeased herself. See, let me tell you, you cannot grow if people are taking from you. There is no how. Now me the talk. You can never grow if people are taking from you. What I'm telling you, teaching you here, you cannot learn in any university. I'm a professor in my own field. You did hear me so? So, when the woman, by the time the woman reached her home, her bucket was empty. Because she was kind to everybody. She wanted to satisfy everybody that made the request, that demanded to have water. The moral of this story is, if you want to please everybody, you will never fulfill your goal or your destiny in life. There is no how you can fulfill your goal in life if you want to please everybody. Now, what happened to the woman at last? What happened to the woman at last? The woman labored in vain. By the time she got home, there was no water in her pockets. She labored in vain. Now, listen to me. You've got to learn to surround yourself with people who will add into your life. You've got to surround yourself. You cannot grow if people are taking from you. I just told you guys a story. Do you need me to end this broadcast? I've delivered my message this night. Eagles, I see you. You can never grow if people are taking from you. I gave you the story of this old woman that went to fetch water from the stream. The only way you can grow is if people are adding. See, if people were pouring cups of water inside her own, the elderly woman's pocket, she will go home with a full bucket of water. It is just like money. Listen attentively. Experience is the one talking here. It is like money. The same thing with money. As you keep giving money out, that's how your purse keep going dry, empty. The more you give, the more poorer you become. See, if I have a safe full of money, or you have, let's say, let me give you an instance of 1,000 euros in your konto, in your account. As you remove 10 euro, it is no longer 1,000 euro. It's 900 and something euro. Another person borrow me 50 euro. You spend money, you buy. By the time, because you are removing from that money will not add. It will keep reducing. You cannot get rich. You cannot get rich by throwing your money away, spending your money, giving people alms, being kind to people. You cannot get rich. Let me tell you the saddest part of it, if you don't know. You know, I always look at both sides of the coin. The saddest part of it is most of these users, listen attentively, most of these users, when your pockets run dry, when they drain your pockets, when they ruin you, after ruining your finance, they abandon you to your fate. Now, by tomorrow or in future, if you are broke, these people will not be there to assist you in any way. They used you and dumped you. Even some of them will open their mouths and speak evil against you. Say you are a useless man. Say you were just giving money up and down, throwing away money. Those that you helped will come and talk bad or evil against you or about you. Here, I make people tough and strong. There are people, they only come to you. Listen attentively. There are people, they only come to you. Their sole intention, primary intention is to come and grab. Use you. Don't watch people, be vigilant. This is, how many days do we have before Christmas? Users, that's what I call them. See, when we talk about destiny destroyers, do you think destiny destroyers are only people that will come with machetes and guns, firearms? No. Destiny destroyers could be your cousin, your brother, your sister, anybody, even at times your parents. They don't come, I mean, how do I put it? It is not written on their forehead that they are destiny destroyers. They are smooth operators. Many people have money to solve their problems. Be wise. Listen to me. Many people you see, I made a video, some people did not. I'm going to explain so many things to you guys so that you wake up. Many people you see have money in their accounts, in their conto. They save their money and they want to use their own. There are people, they have their money, they act poor. They save their money, and some of them are building houses secretly, investing secretly, buying lands, doing things secretly. You don't know, but they want you to bring the one you have. They will come with pretense and tell you, please, and they are investing, building houses. You don't know. You are in abroad, you don't know. How would you know? They'll be asking you, you'll be sending 100 euros. They will use you to shine. And these people, if the table turns, if you are broke, these people will not give you 1 cent. That is. But if you don't wake up and tighten your borders, by the time they are done with you, you become useless. By the time they are done with you, you may say, how much is 50 euro? How much is 100 euro? It is much money. Little drops of water makes a mighty ocean. You don't know. That small money you are taking out, you are removing from your pocket is much money. Calculate it. The thing is, these people you are giving that money, if they were in your shoes, they will not replicate the same to you. They will not. I just spoke about constant borrowers, people who always borrow money, constant borrowers. You should avoid them. Let me go further. If you have any friend, listen to me, any friend you have that is always in problem, anytime, every time he comes around you is to complain about his problem, get away from that's move away from such a person. Anybody you have as a friend or a family member that always tells you his car is spoiled, the roof is leaking, the children is not in school, every time it's a problem. Listen to me. If you want to live a fulfilled life, hearken to my voice. Anybody you know as a family member, since you've known this person, it has always been problem. Telephone call. If you meet him, everything about the person is a problem, whether it's a sister or a brother. I'm not telling you to be mean, but look for a way to distance yourself from such a person, because that problem will not. There are people, that is, they are never do well in life. There is nothing that will make them to do well. They have unproductive spirits. I have seen it. I see. We have discussed a lot here. Generational poverty that flows in bloodline. Cursed people. People who are cursed. There are people I know, since they were born, they have not done anything great. No glory days. You look at somebody, year in, year out, no good news. No glory days. 5 years. If you meet the person after 10 years, he's telling you the same old story. 15 years after, he's telling you the same old story. Either they divorced, either the children are this, they are sick. The same old story. 20 years after, you traveled abroad, 10 years, the same song is still singing. They're still playing the same old song. This is circumstances beyond your control. You no go fit solve that problem. It is a spiritual one. Do we go? Do you need me to go deeper? You to succeed in life, you must have spiritual eyes. Spiritual eyes you've got to have in order to succeed in life. At times, listen attentively. When you look at your parents and you see that this is your parents, your father or your mother want to ruin your finance, you cut them off. I'm not telling you that you'll find a way to distance yourself from them. Your father might even be an enemy. Your mother might be. I'm telling you the way it is. Though, and you hear me say, honor your father and your mother, that your days may be long. That your parents may be your enemy. And if you have spiritual, if you observe, if you notice the direction they are going, man, you protect your borders. I know some people are naive. Some people are naive. Some people say, my sister, how can my this and my blood what? Your blood brother that is planning for your downfall, your death. Your sister that may be planning for your downfall, your death. The heart of man is desperately wicked. There are people that don't wish you life. They don't want you to stay alive. They want you to die so that they can take what belongs to you. Don't you know? You don't. I'm looking at the other side of the coin this evening. You got a gist. Listen, when I was a little boy, I did not know what this saying meant. I didn't know what the saying means. If this hand will lead you to hell, cut it off. If your leg will lead you to hell, cut it off. Did you know what it means? If your hand will lead you to hell, cut it off. It means anything that will lead you, that will make you poor, that will make you fail in life, cut that thing off. Now me they tell you. This is what I call idiomatic expression, if you know English. This is Are you hearing me now? Story plenty. You got the gist. Sailor, I see you big time. There are times you've got to harden your heart in life. To prove yourself. Let me give you a biblical story. This story I'm giving you now. Tomorrow, I will explain it to you. So, Moses murdered an Egyptian. in Egypt. This is biblical story. Listen. He saw a Hebrew boy, an Egyptian boy fighting. Moses was a Hebrew man. So when he saw an Egyptian boy and a Hebrew boy fighting, Moses murdered the Egyptian boy. On another day, he saw two Hebrew boys fighting. And then he decided to make peace between the two Hebrew boys. And one of the Hebrew boy that was fighting another Hebrew boy recognized him, said, "You were the person who murdered the Egyptian boy the other day." That was when Moses knew that the news had spread. He murdered an Egyptian boy. So Moses fled Egypt. Listen, after 40 years, he met God at Mount Horeb. I think that's the mountain. That should be Mount Horeb. God sent Moses to go tell Pharaoh to let his people go. This is a biblical story. Now, I'm going to explain this thing tomorrow morning for you guys. God now sent Moses to go tell Pharaoh to let his people go. But look at what God did. Listen, this is a biblical story. I'm not a religious person, but I read the Bible growing up. When God sent Moses to go tell Pharaoh to let his people, Elite S, I see you, to let his people go, the same God hardened the heart of Pharaoh. Listen, the same God hardened the hearts of Pharaoh. How do you explain this? He wants his people to be liberated, to be free from slavery. The same God made Pharaoh's heart hard. Now the question is, why did God harden the hearts of Pharaoh? Join me tomorrow to find out. You join me tomorrow. Let me break it in pieces for you. There are times you've got to learn to harden your heart. Now, me, they tell you. If you are too kind, people will use you and dump you and call you a fool. Well, I want to end this broadcast here. My name is Roddy. Hope you enjoyed this broadcast, or do you want me to spend more time? Well, the topic is learn to be hard. Don't allow yourself to be used. Elite says, I see you. Many of us, we are used. We used us and dumped us. Don't allow yourself to be used and dumped. My sister Ophelia said she is heartbroken because somebody used her. Don't allow any man or any woman to use you and dump you. See, let me tell you. If a man discovers that you are easy, cheap, they will take you for a ride. If a woman discovers that you are easy, cheap, weak, they will take you for a ride. Let me tell you. That good-hearted man Anybody you see they call good-hearted man or good-hearted woman, they have finished that person. Anybody you see, anybody you see in this life, they are saying the person is good-hearted. They have sucked the person dry. Whosoever you see people say this man is wicked, he is stingy, he's selfish, because that person protected his or her borders. Anybody you see that they are telling you that this guy is wicked, this woman is wicked. Well, G. Enam said, not bad. Jim Enam, see, there are things you shouldn't tolerate in life. God is not a forgiving God. Oh. I can prove it to you. Don't be deceived. If you go through the religious books, why do you think he said vengeance is his? He is vengeful. Now me they tell you, God is not why do you think they call him God of war? A God that goes to war. He doesn't forgive. Why do you think, okay, then why you believe in hell? Why should you go to hell if God forgives? Why should you go to hell if you believe that the hell exists? Why after the end, after the whole thing, you get punished by going to hell? And if you do good, you go to heaven. Do I need to tell you that Lucifer was a choir master in heaven, and when he wanted to overthrow God, topple, he plotted coup d'etat in heaven. God rose up and fought Lucifer. He fought Lucifer. Why didn't he forgive Lucifer? Till today, God has not forgiven Lucifer. Who is the devil and the Satan you are talking about? Has God forgiven? Why hasn't God forgiven Lucifer since we were born? Generations, how many billions of years? He has not. He is still in battle with Lucifer. Have you asked? I don't want to go. I don't want us to talk religion because a lot of people now will be provoked. Both Muslims and Christians. I don't believe in all those things. But if I should go deeper now, a lot of you now, you cannot answer my questions. You got to learn to be tough. Toughen your heart. Draw your boundaries. Don't allow people use you anyhow. I know there are times, I spoke about times and seasons in our lives. There is a time you give. There's a time you close your borders. Don't be a fool. Why do you have brain? Well, maybe tomorrow I will come out. If I come out tomorrow, we are going to go deeper. And I will tell here. Let's go now. For those of you who are new on this page, why do you think this Western world, developed countries that everybody is running to, why do you think these countries are functional? Why do you think these countries things are working in these countries? I'm asking you. Because most of the people watching me are Africans, some Caribbeans, some I know US citizens. But then, why do you think things are working here? Let me tell you why this Europe, things are working. Because the law works. They don't forgive. The government, European countries, the government, if you go against the law, you must be punished. They don't forgive. This is why there is law and order in developed countries. That is why it is called developed countries. If you violate, some people are blind, but they cannot see. What do you see around you? Are you not seeing it? If you owe a debt, if you violate traffic offense, nobody will forgive you. Learn from these things. Learn from things around you. I told you guys, man, don't hide it. I've gone to prison many times because of traffic violation. Yes. Man, I give it to you raw. I've told you guys real life stories. There are times you don't forgive. See, why there is law and order in these countries are because if you violate the law, you know what will happen to you. You know you will be punished. You know that if you violate the law, so why do you think Africans, when Africans come here, they become responsible and reasonable? In Africa, you see them behave anyhow. They break the law. They know nobody will punish them. But in Europe here, nobody forgives you. Your crime or your wrongdoing, nobody forgives you. And this is why this place is livable. Because they don't forgive you your sins or your wrongdoings. Never. Since I've been living here, if the police give you bail, anything you go against, you must pay it or you go to prison. If you keep forgiving your children, your wife, they will keep it up. They know that you are not strict. If they find you weak, your wife even will be going to men. Your husband will be going to women because they know that you will forgive. They will cry for you. You will forgive. You have a wife that knows that you are a weak man, that if she cries to you, you will forgive. She will keep doing wrong. Are you man, are you children? You not be children now. Are you a child? Do you want me? Man, I'm not in the mood to give you guys real life stories. When people discover that if they offend you, if they do you wrong, you will forgive them, they will keep doing you wrong. When people discover that you don't take shit, they will not try you. They say this guy is a good man. Anybody they call a good man, good woman, forget it. Nobody will fear you. Nobody will respect you. You are a weak man, a weak woman. It happened to me. Man, I was born with a good heart. I learned the hard way. Even I decided to I looked for it to harden my heart in order to survive. Even your children. Man, if you are too weak, everybody will insult you. People will talk to you anyhow because you are easygoing woman. You man not supposed to laugh every year now. Man not supposed to laugh every year. I will share with you. I'm in the mood to talk now. So I will share real stories with you guys tomorrow. And you will learn. You will learn to be tough. Being tough does not mean you need to harm other people or hurt other people. But to protect yourself, your family. If you keep your borders open, everybody will come into your life and mess your life up. Well, with this, I want to end this broadcast. My name is Roddy. If you are seeing me for the first time, here we say it the way it is. You got it. So the thing is, tomorrow we continue with this topic. I just came out to drop this message. Ophelia, because of you, Ophelia came out. Came out. Somebody said, Donald said, what time am I going to be alive? I'm alive now. He said, ask me, what time am I going to go live? Not what time I'm alive now, I'm not dead. He said, what time am I going to be alive? Okay, Donald, I see you, I appreciate you. Ophelia, I see you big time. Because I said, he said, what time am I going to be alive? Man, I'm not dead though. I'm still alive though. Okay, guys, if you are seeing me for the first time, no shaking, no wahala, no problem. I know, I just, we need to catch some cruise, have some fun too. So guys, if you are seeing me for the first time, do not forget to follow this page. This is how we roll here. Tomorrow in the morning, we are going to have our breakfast show. Solomon, yes, I understood the question. I just, just to, let's laugh a bit. I'm going to go live in the morning. We are going to have NK for life. So, tomorrow I'm going to have our breakfast show. Lero, Kenya, I see you. Kenya, I see you. So, I want to say good night to everybody. I appreciate you all. This video is permanently on my YouTube and my Facebook page. You can send it to anybody, friends, family members. You can rewatch it on my YouTube or on my Facebook page. So take care of yourselves. Don't allow this Christmas time. Do not allow yourself to be used and dumped by anybody. The painful part of it is the story plenty. Let's see ourselves tomorrow morning. Samakutu, you are a fan. I appreciate you. Can and Sugar, good to have you in the building. I appreciate you. These are the people I told you that owns this page. And who was that? Elite. So guys, well, Elite is, don't force anybody to support the channel. This is how we roll here. It's not, anybody can decide to support or not. It's not by force. So, the thing is, the ministry is growing. We are multiplying in number. Elite S, I appreciate you, but I appreciate you so much, but don't force anybody. Anybody that does not want it, it's not by force. So just leave people to be. I appreciate you, Elite S. I know you want my progress, but just leave people. Let them be free. That is it. So guys, I want to say good night to everybody. Tomorrow is another day. I'm going to go live. We are going to hold our breakfast show, and it's going to be an interesting one. So guys, good night to everybody.